The Blancpain GT Series is underway as the drivers now storm themselves down towards the first corner. There's Maximilian Beneke, who has moved himself, Jimmy, to the front of the field in the early going. Well, Core don't necessarily mind about that yet, so long as it doesn't create a back and forth situation throughout this entire motor race.
NX Yellow as well, PJ Sturgio. So that NX Yellow machine, that was what, 4th in points? They go around, they're gonna be towards the tail end of your field with damage. That's a nail in the coffin.
Wow, so we've lost one potentially already. Almost out of the picture, and they got run over there by Movano. We can just see there is a big gaggle of cars all swarmed together down at turn number 1. Movano got the worst of it. There's 10, 11, 12, 13 places there. For the NX Racing Yellow team, and they have had their championship essentially destroyed. And if NX Racing get themselves past Coanda and then past Redline and towards a podium, we could be looking at a three-way tie for this championship here, Andy. I mean, that will show off just how close this season has been.
The BMW doesn't have the grunt maybe coming off the corner and maybe not down the straights, but it is mighty perfect on the brakes. Actually, oh, Klaus, a little bit of touching the grass there on the brakes into corner number 6. Got him a little loose, probably a little bit of a scary moment, but I'm expecting Klaus to run away from Redline Black, and I think this is perfect for what they needed, because now, even if Yoni were to get around that Redline Black machine and then get around Coanda would still be in a position where they would still win a tiebreaker if Core managed to, if it finished as they did. But most importantly, if they stretch the gap here, if they can start reeling in Frederick Rasmussen and Patrick Fischler, they're starting to put themselves in a position where they won't have to win based on a tiebreaker. They could just win flat out on points.
PRT out of pit road, and where do they feed out?
Yeah, he's out 21st right now, so a lot of gap to go, but everyone in front of him still has to pit.
So Jörn Jens does one stint, he is out. Now we'll find out whether Coanda have got enough to get themselves to the end of this championship and win it. Away from pit road they come then. 110.369 into some traffic. This is critical for Coanda. They cannot have traffic affecting them at this stage of the motor race, Jimmy.
For VRS right now, every position counts, every point counts. They led that lap, but 1 point could make all the difference.
Yeah, I know Dr. Motorsports remain ahead of Coanda. To give you an indication here of how dire the situation can be, last time by, Olux did a 153.780. A lap time like that, Jimmy, will not be good enough for Klaus Kivekäs. He needs to find a way past. He should get a good run out the Schumacherettes now.
To go to the inside here, I'm pretty sure he's going to go for it. It's very late. Oh, nearly contact there on the inside. I think maybe just brushed the door handle there, but that was absolutely essential for VRS Coanda's championship.
There is Yoni Tamala staying up for another lap. No, on towards pit road. So, Tamala's on towards pit road. CORE Racing stay out. This is our first real indication, and this is a championship potentially deciding pit stop on towards pit road. That is a very fast pit stop. There's no tyres there. We don't actually get the pit stop time, but there's no tyres for NX Racing, so they're going to be bold about this one. They are ahead of Klaus Kivekäs and Coanda. Randy, the plot thickens. He's revving, so there's not going to be any tyres here by the looks of it. They're going to go out as well, 29.3 seconds. This is the grandstand finish of the championship that we were talking about.
53-second pit stop, Will. That was 2 seconds faster than NX.
And they're ahead of NX. So in terms of the championship battle, CORE Motorsport are ahead of NX on the racetrack, and they're all ahead of Coanda Simsport. Down in towards turn number 1. Coanda Simsport was able to get themselves down to the inside. You see the CORE Racing car coming out of pit road at the same time. 2-for-1 special when you put it all together for Coanda. That may be a deciding factor in that championship.
Coanda has to push hard and somehow reel in that Pure Racing Team number 71 McLaren. Klaus is doing everything he can, but man, you've only got about 30 minutes. There's going to be, I think, just enough time for that BMW to reel him in.
And also, don't forget, if Coanda finish in 3rd place, they will be equal on 200 points.
If the situation happens where CORE and Coanda are tied and CORE wins, they would equal the tiebreaker for number of wins with 2. And then I think they would actually equal the number of tiebreakers for second. I think they'd both have 2 second place finishes. Neither of them have ever finished third. And actually that would decide it, because I think they would be tied if Coanda finishes in third, in which case they would have the equal number of points. They would be tied for the first tiebreaker, tied for the second tiebreaker, and it'd be the third tiebreaker you have to go to decide this championship.
Yeah.
You know, to come into your final round, have the championship between the top 3 potentially separated by about 2 to 3 points, all 3 in different cars, and all 3 running in the top 3 of the final round with 3 different strategies for every single team.
Klaus Kivekäs needs to get past one of these drivers. He's 0.6 of a second behind Jonas right now. It's game on. He's caught the draft, but here's the difficult situation for Coanda. You'll notice that he loses time in a straight line. So coming down towards turn number 1, the Pure Racing team has the advantage. A couple of points to note though, potentially turn 3, turn 4. RTL are the 2 key corners where really Coanda can get themselves the advantage. Getting the run out of the Michael Schumacher S could really help them. It might be a case of getting it out of this corner. The good run happens immediately. Klaus Kivekäs goes side by side into the Schumacher S, and this could be all it takes. As it stands, sweeping around the outside, Coanda Simsport are now in the lead of the championship.
Very close coming to the braking zone, but down the inside does Klaus Kivekäs, and if he stays where it is, that is the championship completely guaranteed for VRS.
So VRS Coanda Simsport no longer need the tie break, but it's all happened in the last 10 minutes of the championship. CORE Motorsport will win here today, the final round of the Blancpain GT Series, but now exiting the Coca-Cola curve in just 1 moment's time. Klaus Kivekäs and Coanda Simsport become the first ever world champions of the Blancpain GT Series. Coanda Simsport make it 2 championships in 1 year and cement 2016 as the year when Coanda Simsport became the best team in sim racing.